Today I have two cool tools for you on this last Monday before Christmas. These are last-minute stocking stuffers or maybe just a gift for yourself. And I'm really excited because I found one cool tool that's multi-purpose, and I really love it when I find something that can be used for more than just one thing. And then I have another cool tool that can be something for your travel sewing events or for when you want to give your hand a break. So let's start with cool tool number one. These are the Fiskar amplifying ergonomic razor edge scissors. I like these for a few different reasons. First of all, when you're traveling, and I've been doing a lot of that this past year, and I'm teaching at a big sewing event, a lot of times students will bring their expensive Kai or Ginger scissors with them to class, and then they spend a lot of time in class keeping track of their expensive scissors. So if you want to give yourself a break on that front and not worry about bringing your pricey scissors with you, these Fiskar scissors are under $30. And they're significantly less heavy than my Gingers. Although I will say they're probably comparable to a Kai scissor in terms of weight, but they're at a fraction of the cost. Now, it says that these have a amplifying technology that brings the blades back together for a nice smooth cut. And I'm really not sure about that technology, but I will tell you, it does feel like a nice smooth cut. I wish you could reach into the screen and just give it a try. They're very comfortable in my hand, so they are ergonomic. The blades do come together very smoothly. And if you look at the shape of the blade, I really like how it's flat on the bottom, so when you're cutting along, you can run it along the flat surface of your cutting table, and it just seems like they're going to work really well. But the proof is in the cutting. Do these cut through all kinds of fabrics? Let's try it. The first thing I'm going to do is let's go for really heavy here. This is a leg of denim from a Let's Make Jeans Into a Skirt. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to fold it in half this way. So I'm cutting through the side seam and the inseam with a double flat felled seam right here. So see, we've got this heavy flat felled seam, and I'm just going to fold it in half so we get double. So let's see how this handles this. You can see I'm cutting through pretty easily. I mean, I had to use a little bit of muscle to get through this, but that's a lot of layers of denim. I'm giving it an A+ on denim. Then I have some leather here, and I just thought it would be fun to play with cutting it, you know, sort of on a curvy path to show you can get really nice, smooth cut edges with these scissors. Notice I don't have any hack marks or, you know, uneven edges here. So these scissors make it really easy to cut shapes on things. And then finally, I just want to show you, knits can sometimes be a little fussy with scissors because sometimes the knit will get, you know, caught between the blades, or sometimes it doesn't cut smoothly. This is some ITY knit, and I just want to show you, look how nice and smooth these scissors cut knit. And again, I'm going to show you the cut edge. Notice how cool that is. So if you're looking for an inexpensive pair of scissors, or if you just want to give your hand a break, these are very, very comfortable, and I'm very impressed with them. So Fiskar amplifying ergonomic razor edge scissors with this lovely hard plastic case. That's cool tool number one. And if you're interested in these, of course, I'm putting links in my description below, so check those out. The next thing I want to show is this very cool stiletto seam presser. I have several stilettos in my toolbox already, but they're only for one thing, using it as a stiletto. One of them has a big wooden ball handle, and the other one is just a plain metal handle, and I can only use them as a stiletto. So when I saw this, I was like, this is really fascinating. So let's take a look at it. You can see it's got a really sharp point, so you do want to be careful with that. You can stab yourself with this. And then on the opposite end of the handle, it's got a flat surface that you can use to press little seams open. So let me show you what I would use this for. It's advertised to guide fabric under the presser foot and then also use the other end to press. But I have a third thing I use this for, and actually it's the thing I would use it for most, and that's when I'm working with patterns and I want to true up let's say, walk a sleeve into an armhole or true up seams and I have to walk them against each other. You need something really nice and sharp that you can hold down the layers so as you're walking it along, things don't slip. And that's how you get accurate results when you're walking your sleeve into your armhole. So I just have this little half scale pattern I'm working on here. And I just want to show you, I'm going to put the sleeve and armhole edges together here. And then I'm going to put my stiletto right here. And just notice how easy I can rotate the cap into the armhole and how nice and secure that pattern piece is because the stiletto is so nice and sharp. So this would be my number one reason for getting this stiletto, is to use it with my pattern work. So you can see that does an amazing job. The next thing I want to show you is how to use it to guide fabric under your presser foot when you're sewing. And then also I'll show you this cool little back end of the handle and how you can use it to press seams open. When you're at your sewing machine, I don't know about you, but I like to get my finger right there sometimes to keep the fabric on track and accurate. Using the stiletto instead is going to be much safer and probably a little bit more effective. So watch what happens when I start sewing here. You know, if I want to make sure I'm keeping this even and accurate, I can hold it and use it as a pivot to make sure everything is going under the presser foot nice and even here. And I don't have to worry about sewing my finger. So you can see where that works really, really well. Now, the other thing is, let me show you how you can use it as a mini pressing tool. Sometimes when you're working on a seam, finger pressing to start can help you get a nicer press seam. And I really like the fact that the end of this can be a little pressing tool, because watch what you can do here. I can literally open my seam allowances, and then instead of using my finger, I can press the seams open, you know, working a little bit at a time here. And then when I get to the iron, the fabric already knows where it's expected to go because I'm pressing it with this wooden tool, and I can really rub it. Look at how nice and flat that's getting. So like I might not even need the iron. See how I can press that nice and flat with the end of this? I can see myself using this quite a bit to get in there and press seams open nice and flat without heat. But then I'm going to show you, you can also use it in combination with your iron. But I just want to show you here, I think this is really, really cool. So see how I can really rub in there, and depending on your fabric, you may not want to rub, but look at how nice and flat that is. No heat. Isn't that cool? So then, after I prep my seam, I can go in with my iron and I can press it. And then also, I think I've talked about having a tailor's ham. If I put the tailor ham, you know, if I turn it inside out on my tailor ham, that would also work nicely, you know, to then get in there and do the final press. Or I could have used the tailor ham to, you know, I can use the wooden tool, and then I can, if I need a deeper press, I can then go in with my iron, and you can see I can get a really nice flat seam if I need to press these things open. Oops. So see how nice that is? Let's look at it from the right side now. So see, that makes a really nice pressed seam. All right, this was super fun. I love it that I had two things to share with you for today. Check the link below for the Stiletto mini presser or the Fiskar ergonomic amplifying razor blade scissors with the nice hard plastic cover to protect the blades. I'm in love with these scissors. I'm going to be completely honest with you. So thank you guys so much for watching and have a wonderful rest of your day.